We're live again. Sorry for the delay. I was having a bit of issues getting my camera to sit up straight. It kept on like tilting over, doing my heating. So I'm just going to finish getting everything set up whilst Abadi gets in. I hope yous are all well. Alright, and I mean when there's 6 folk on the new, I mean everyone that will be watching this either the now or after. Wherever you are, where I'm at, it's a Dreich Day Min. Alright, and if you're not sure what that means, Dreich, it's just kind of poor, dour, nae good, rubbish, wet, windy day, the day, in Trinette, nae good at all. Fine if you're a duck, great patter like, but nah, honking day. So my thinking was blasting straight in. I'm not going to mince about or mess about. I want to try and get the whole of Corrie Coils. I'm going to play through probably just the once because we've done that last week. So hopefully you have been practicing it and playing along to it. You should have been. Okay, if you haven't, then shame on you. Get practicing it. I'm going to play it at the same 60 beats per minute that we played it last week when we finished it, and then I'll pull the metronome back to 50, and then we're going to do Teribus today, or Tiribus, depends how you pronounce it. Okay, so get your sticks and pads ready, get your music ready if you need it. Whilst I have a sip of my cup of tea. Hi Emily from Longniddry Primary School. Hiya. Love a brew, man. Grand. So I feel free to ping me who you are, where you are, what you're up to. Alright, I quite like reading some of them out, it's very cool. Right, so I'm going to play the Corrie Coilies that we done last week at 60 beats per minute. And again, think back to what we done last time, where you're playing on the beat, and you've got that half beat. Alright, where we'll try to get as much swing as we can in on that beat. Okay? So things like this. We're dead straight. And then that bit there. Right, left, right, left. Massive, massive swing in amongst that beats. So it all needs to fit on those beats. Okay? Right, let's give it a go. So I'm going to do the whole tune. And it's at that 60 beats per minute, which is far from a really fast tempo, but it's just fast enough to get your hands moving. And again, if you were practicing this last week, this should be easy enough for you. Or if you were practicing it since last week, sorry. Ready? 1, 2, go. Second part, come down on the roll and then back up. And then second time in. And then that would be the tune done. Okay, so remember last week we were saying as well, we might play about with that ending. Alright, where instead of going, we might stop the roll and then do 5 accents on the roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because Teribus starts like this. With an accented right, left, right roll. So you could potentially go like that at the end of Corrie Coilies, sorry, and roll into this tune, which would be really effective. And we done that with a school band last time we played this set, Corrie Coilies. Jeez, 5, 6 years ago, maybe sooner than that. I can't really remember. But we done that. We finished that tune. We done a wee flam there. We went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And by the time we were into Terribus, we were big, like really big volume. And it sounded quite good. It was quite a nice effect to it. Quite effective. So I'm not sure if we'll do that. Alright, we could do. I'll maybe see what you all think and see what you all say to it. Okay. But for now, we'll get the Terribus music ready and we'll go straight into Terribus. And playing either stopping the roll or playing right through, it's for now it's not a massive drama. It would be quite easy to do either one. Okay. Davy's story from Toronto. Hello. Right. Let's try this Terribus then. So the tune goes dee dum da da dee dum dee dum. So we're going to follow that rhythm. Dee, dee, da, 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 da. And again, if you see the dots and cuts, please rip the swing. Really rip into it. So you'll be with the slower metronome. Right, left, right, tap. And that left tap is not part of the initial swing. So we have to try and get that one on that beat. Right, left, right, tap, flam tap. That's when the swing comes in on the right flam. Let's try this. We'll go right, left, right, tap, flam tap. 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, right, left, right, tap, flam tap. Apologies if this is too slow for you, alright, but it's good to learn things like this slow. Even if you're a stronger drummer, please take it this slower tempo, because see things like your flams, you can think of them, make them as open as you can. Your swing, you can rip into the swing when it's a bit slow. And all these things like the singles, left, right, you can make them as open and accurate as possible. When it's slower, you've more time to do that. When it's ripped, you've not as much time to get all that in, especially when you're learning a tune. Okay, so take the time as we're slowing it down to learn it with the swing at that slower speed. Right, let's try it. So after that flam tap was stopped on, I'm going to lift the left hand up and play left to right singles. So you get this. Right, left, right, tap, flam tap. Ready, 1, 2, go. Right, left, right, tap, flam tap. 1, 2, go. Right, left, right, tap, flam tap. And one more. 1, 2, go. Tap, tap, flam tap. Buzz, 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 tap, 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 flam. Buzz, 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 tap, 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 flam. Okay, that's a movement that's played loads. 7-stroke roll, triplet, flam. We should give that movement a name. In fact, I think I gave it a name. See, like the kids that I teach at the schools, I mean, Emily's online, she'll know. I like to give some drum movements funny names. Name, like movements that will play a lot. This movement here, that one's a very common move. I'm sure I gave that a name, but I can't remember what I called it. It was either a Derek or a Brian. It was something like that. So like I quite like giving them names. So if we said you just play a wee Brian there, or it's Derek, because it's so often and it's actually quite funny having that. So I'm sure it was a Derek or a Brian. I can't remember. So anyway, you've played this movement here. Tap, flam, tap, tap, buzz, 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 tap, 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 flam. And again, no swing on that. Buzz, 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 tap, 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 flam. Buzz, 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 tap, 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 flam. All on that beat. Left, right, tap. And then it's that movement again. Flam, left, right, left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and again, I've gave that a name. I can't remember what it was. Flam, left, right, left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm sure it was something like a Felicia singles, something like that. Flam, Felicia. Flam, left, right, left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're just joining those movements together. Left, right, left, 1, 2, 3, buzz, flam, left, right, tap, 7-stroke roll. So I reckon, right, it's just a left tap and a big 7. So we should be able to join that all together and play that whole first line. Let's try it. Alicia and Belle. Hello. Hiya. 1, 2, go. Tap, buzz, buzz, tap, 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 buzz, 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 tap, flam, left, right, tap, 7-stroke roll. And we'll go again. 1, 2, go. Tap, buzz, buzz, tap, 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 buzz, 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 tap, flam, left, right, tap, 7-stroke roll. And one more. 1, 2, go. Tap, buzz, buzz, tap, 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 buzz, 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 tap, flam, left, right, tap, 7-stroke roll. And again, you've got to try your hardest to get as much swing as you can. Alright, so when you've got the chance to get the swing in, really try and get the swing going. Alright, try not to be lazy with it. And use those beeps. All the beeps are there, alright, to keep us in time, to keep us swinging, to potentially make it a lot easier. Alright, make it as good as it can be. Alright, and we'll try that line once more, and then I'm going to move on. Just give me a wee second. I forgot to share this stream. I usually share it to my page because there's a few folk that like to watch it but that aren't on the Pipe Bands for School page. I forgot to do that because I'm a donkey. Right, let's try it once more. Ready? 1, 2, go. Tap, buzz, buzz, tap, 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 buzz, 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 tap, flam, left, right, tap, 7-stroke roll, flam, flam, flam. So our second line, we're going to go soft, medium, loud on these flams. Alright, please don't just go smash, bang, whop. Sounds awful. Absolutely awful. So it'll be, soft, medium, loud with those 3 flams. And again, no swing. All on the beat. Soft, medium, loud. All really open and all really clean. And then there's a swing on that 5-stroke roll. And that 5 is going to be tiny. So you'll be soft, medium, loud. And that 5 is teeny tiny. As soon as you've played that teeny tiny 5, you're starting to creep back up. Okay, so don't wait for the start of the right, left, right roll to come up. Come up just that little bit before it. So you'll be soft, medium, loud. Tap, flam. And I'll take it up to there. Let's try that. 1, 2, go. Soft, medium, loud. Tap, flam. 1, 2, go. Soft, medium, loud. Tap, flam. 1, 2, go. Soft, medium, loud. Tap, flam. And one more. 1, 2, go. Soft, medium, loud. Tap, flam. And then we're into the ending. Okay, ending stays the same throughout the entire tune. So once we've got this ending, it's one less thing to worry about. Okay, so let's try the whole part up to that ending, so we can link these 3 bits together. From the accented roll to start. 1, 2, go. Tap, 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 buzz, 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 tap, flam, left, right, tap, 7-stroke roll, then soft, medium, loud, down, back up, and again. 1, 2, go. Tap, 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 buzz, 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 tap, flam, left, right, tap, 7-stroke roll, then soft, medium, loud, flam, left, right, tap. So let's look at this ending now. So the ending, flam, left, right, singles, or Felicia, singles. And then on that right accent, tap, buzz, buzz, tap, buzz, buzz, da, 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 da. Flam, left, right, da, 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 tap, buzz, buzz, tap, buzz, buzz, da, 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 da. So quite a technical ending, depending on your level and ability. The key to making this ending sound cool is the swing at the start, I always say. So that bit there, flam, left, right, left. You have to really tear into that. Flam, left, right, left, and make it accurate to that half beat. Okay, because after that, everything's on the beat again. Like nothing's moving off of the beat. And you'll hear a lot of folk when they do endings like this, they'll get the swing, but they end up with the singles not quite reaching the end of that roll. Alright, so they end up with a gap. Alright, so the roll will either stop short. This is probably the most common one. You'll hear that, like a big gap there. That sounds really weird. Really weird. So you need to get rid of that gap. Left, right, and use the metronome. Alright, listen to the beats, or the beeps. Feel the beeps. Okay, so let's try that ending a few times. 1, 2, go. Flam, left, right. 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 1, 2, flam, left, right. 1, 2, one. This is the last one, sorry. I forgot to say, I was going to say something else, and then, yeah. Right, let's go for it, the whole part. And once you've done that ending, sorry, flam, left, right, tap, you would just repeat it. So it's a left tap to repeat the part. Right, let's go for it. Ready? 1, 2, go. Tap, buzz, buzz, tap, buzz, tap, tap, flam, tap, buzz, 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 tap, tap, flam, left, right, tap, tap, roll, then soft, medium, loud, down, back up. Flam, left, right, tap, buzz, buzz, tap, buzz, buzz, tap, and again, tap, buzz, buzz, tap, buzz, buzz, tap, tap, flam, tap, buzz, 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 tap, flam, left, right, tap, roll, tap, soft, medium, loud, tap, tap, flam, left, right, tap, buzz, buzz, tap, buzz, buzz, tap, flam, and then it's a left tap, big right flam into the second part. Okay, so I'm going to try that once more. That whole first part repeated. But I'm going to have a quick sip of my tea first, before it gets cold. Right, once more. Whole first part. Anything that you felt was a bit dodgy that last time, try make it right. 1, 2, big swing. Tap, tap, flam, tap, buzz, 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 tap, 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 flam, left, right, tap, roll, then soft, medium, loud, tap, flam, left, right, tap, buzz, buzz, tap, and then same again. Buzz, 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 tap, tap, flam, left, right, tap, same, roll, then soft, medium, loud, tap, flam, left, right, tap, buzz, buzz, tap, buzz, buzz, tap, flam. And as I said there, that right flam's going to be big. It's a big right flam, okay? So, second part, big right flam, flam, down, tap, higgity, diggity, dock. So it's a teeny, tiny left tap. Flam, tap, higgity, diggity, dock. Try that. Flam, tap, higgity, diggity, dock. You don't need to do that wee rim shot, that's me just giving you a beat. Flam, tap. That's where your teeny, tiny left tap's coming in. Flam, tap, higgity, diggity, dock. 2, 3, 4, flam, tap, higgity, diggity, dock. 2, 3, 4, flam, tap, higgity, diggity, dock. 2, 3, 4. Tap, diggity, diggity, dop. And once you finish that roll, it's a wee right, left, right. And you're going to bring that up as well. So it's 2 big crescendos. Flam, tap, diggity, diggity, dop. Right, left, right. 1, 2, go. Flam, tap, diggity, diggity, dop. Right, left, right. And let's put the beeps on and give it a go. 1, 2, go. Flam, tap, diggity, diggity, dop. Right, left, right. 1, 2, go. Flam, tap, diggity, diggity, dop. Right, left, right. And anyone, please, if you're struggling with something and you need me to slow it down or break it down a bit further, write it on the comments, alright, and I'll see it. And we can potentially break it down a bit further. If I don't hear anything or see anything, I'm just going to plod on. Alright, so let's try that again. 1, 2, go. Flam, tap, diggity, diggity, dop. Right, left, right. And one more. 1, 2, go. Flam, tap, diggity, diggity, dop. Right, left, right. Tap, flam, diggity, tap. So this bit here, same stretch as we've got at the start of the part. Flam, tap. It's the exact same stretch, except it'll be right, tap, flam, right, tap, flam, tap. And then you've got to get the left hand up for that left to right singles. And again, you're trying to make them like a seesaw. Okay, so you're up there, your pal's down here. Once the seesaw comes down, you're going to ping your pal up. Seesaw singles. Excuse me. Right, so you've got that there. Flam, tap, diggity, diggity, dop. Right, left, right. Tap, flam, diggity, tap. So I'm going to try it from the end of the right, left, right roll. So the first tap of the third bar of that third line. Right. Tap, flam, tap. 2, 3, 4, right. Tap, flam, tap. 3, 4, right. Tap, flam, tap. And that first tap is going to be big because it's the end of the tap, that big crescendo right, left, right roll. Right. Tap, flam, tap. And there are accents here, but we don't need to really go for them. Okay, we're just going to play the accents as natural accents. So, right, tap, flam, tap. Let's try that. 3, 4, right. Tap, flam, tap. 2, 3, 4, right. Tap, flam, tap. And one more. 3, 4, right. Tap, flam, tap. Left, right, tap. And it's just a left, right, and another left, right singles. Okay. And you've got the big swing there. Alright, and we're going to decrease the volume a touch as we play those. So you'll be right, tap, flam, we're not going to be like really low. We're just gradually working our way down there. Big thing is to make sure we still keep the swing. Alright, because you might find as you're playing it and the volume comes down that your swing disappears. You might get this. And then it becomes quite flat. Still try and get that swing, okay? So I'll put the peeps on, and we're going to try that whole line. Flam, tap, diggity, diggity, dop. Right, left, right. Tap, flam, diggity, dop. Left, right, diggity, dop. 1, 2, go. Flam, tap, diggity, diggity, dop. Right, left, right. Tap, flam, diggity, dop. Left, right, diggity, dop. And one more. 1, 2, flam, tap, diggity, diggity, dop. Right, left, right. Tap, flam, diggity, dop. Left, right, dop. And look at that. It's that movement again. Buzz, 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 tap, 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 flam. I'm sure that's a Brian, alright? If not, I'm going for a Brian, alright? We'll play a Brian there. Buzz, 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 tap, 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 flam. Okay, that's a Brian for new on. So you've got right, tap, flam, tap, left, right, tap, And this movement here, buzz, 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 tap, 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 flam, as always, strict to the beat. Next bit here, massive, massive swing. Roll, 1, 2, 3, flam, left, right, flam, tap, tap. Actions all on the left, okay, or the big actions on the left. Buzz, 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 tap, 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 flam, left, right, flam, tap, tap. So let's try this movement. Flam, left, right, flam, tap, tap. 2, 3, 4, right flam. And then when you get to the left flam, it's a left flam, right tap, like that. And then you've got to get the left back up for the left to right singles. So, sorry, we'll just do it for that flam. 3, 4, flam, left, right, flam, tap, tap. 3, 4, flam, left, right, flam, tap, tap. Hear the swing? Flam, left, right, flam, tap, tap. Make sure you get that as well, please. Flam, left, right, flam, tap, tap. 3, 4, flam, left, right, flam, tap, tap. And one more. Flam, left, right, flam, tap, tap. Right, let's put the beeps on and do it with the roll in front of it. Buzz, 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 tap, 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 flam, left, right, flam, tap, tap. 1, 2, go. Buzz, 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 tap, 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 flam, left, right, flam, tap, tap. 1, 2, go. Buzz, 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 tap, 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 flam, left, right, flam, tap, tap. And one more. 1, 2, go. Buzz, 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 tap, 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 flam, left, right, flam, tap. And then notice it's the exact same ending. Okay, so we should be able to play that whole part. Okay, or certainly the first 2 lines of that part. Let's try that, and then we can fast forward a little bit and look at the ending or the second timing. Okay, let's try it. So lines 3 and 4. So the first time through the second part. 1, 2, go. Flam, tap, tap, right, left, right, left, right, tap, flam, tap, left, right, and roll. 1, 2, 3, flam, left, right, flam, tap, tap, flam, left, right, tap. And then it stays the same. The next line's the exact same. And this is where it changes a little bit. Here. That's where it changes. Okay? So you'll be the same. Second last line. Right, left, tap. This is the same. Tap, tap, same straight roll. So this is where it starts to feel like the first line again. Okay? Just like the first line we went right, left, same straight roll, and then we've done the 3 flams. Tap, flam, left, right, it's the exact same. Okay, so that second timing, or the very last line, is the same as the second line of the first part. Exact same. And that's because the pipe tune does that. The pipe tune does the exact same thing. And it does it from the bit before. Then soft, medium, loud. Then flam, left, right. And again, we could play about with this ending. We could potentially put something different in it. We could end up going and doing something like that. You know, we can play about with it, okay? Because our set of 4 mat tunes is starting to take shape now, which is pretty cool. It's really cool. Right, so we can try that whole second part now. The whole part. 1, 2, go. Flam, tap, right, left, right, tap, flam, tap, left, right, and roll. 1, 2, 3, flam, left, right, tap, flam, left, right, tap, and carry on. Tap, right, left, right, tap, flam, tap, roll. Then bring it up, soft, medium, loud. Big swing, flam, left, right, tap. And that would be the second part done. Okay, so what we'll do now is I'm going to keep the beep at 50 beats per minute. So again, really chilled out. We're going to do the entire tune, okay, and then we'll maybe try it again at that speed, and then I'll crank it up to that 60 beats per minute that we done last time for Corrie Coilies. Because again, it's the same idea. You might find you're not quite ready for 60 beats per minute just now, but because the video gets posted straight away, straight after the live stream on the Facebook page, and it also gets put on the SSPDT website. Remember we spoke about that before in the resources page under the Learning Hub. It's all there, okay? So it gets to, what you call it? You get to try it there as well, okay? So, Gunther, great to see. Yeah, man. How are you, Gunther? I hope all's good with you. Right, let's try, what you would call it, the whole tune. So from the start, nice and relaxed. Big swing. 1, 2, go. Right, left, right, tap, flat, tap, tap, buzz, 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 tap, 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 from left, right, tap, tap, then soft, medium, loud. Tap, tap, from left, right, tap, buzz, buzz, tap, buzz, buzz, tap. And same again. Tap, flat, tap, buzz, 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 tap, tap, from left, right, tap, slow, then soft, medium, loud. From left, right, tap, buzz, buzz, tap, buzz, buzz, tap. Second part, big flam. Tap, biggity, biggity, top, right, left, right, left, right. Tap, flam, same again. Tap, biggity, biggity, top, right, left, right. Tap, flam, tap, 7 short roll, then soft, medium, loud. Tap, flam, left, right, tap, tap. And I reckon, yeah, we'll do it once more at that speed. In fact, no, we won't, because we've done it twice at 50 beats per minute now. Have we? Have we? I'm getting confused. Waiting for somebody to say, aye, we've done it twice at 50. I can't mind. I've got a feeling we've done it just the once at 50. I can't think. I'm going to do it again anyway. There's no harm in doing it again. And then I'm going to crank it up. Right, let's try it then. The whole tune once more at 50 beats. 1, 2, go. Tap, 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 tap. Make it awesome. Left, right, to 7, roll, then soft, medium, loud. Tap, flam, left, right, tap, and repeated. Tap, 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 flam, tap, buzz, 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 tap, flam, left, right, to 7, roll, then soft, medium, loud. Tap, flam, left, right. Big flam, right down, right, left, right, to flam, left, right, roll, 1, 2, 3, flam, left, right, flam, left, right, tap, tap, flam, tap, biggity, top, right, left, right, to flam, then soft, medium, loud. Tap, flam, left, right, tap. And that beeth the tuneth, doneth, minneth. Alright, so I'll crank it up to 60 and then I'll try it just the once. Where'd you get your chromed out, pimped up practice? Oh, you spelled practice wrong, you wrote parktis. Parktis? Where'd you get your parktis pad from? Where'd you get your practice pads? RD pads, Google them. Go look on their website. I've got a code for 10% off if anyone wants a code to get 10% off of the, in my opinion, the best pipe band drum pads going. Absolutely awesome. Right, let's do the whole tune again, but it's 60 beats per minute. So again, all the phrasing will stay the same. If it's on that beat, all these set of things, really, really strict to that beat. The only time when it will feel a little bit sharper is when you're doing the swing. Things like, we need to make sure they stay really, really stringy. Right, let's do the whole tune. 1, 2, go. Soft, medium, loud. Same again. Same part. Right, left. And then the ending again. Soft, medium, loud. And that is the tune done. And we'll do it once more at that speed, alright, just so the video when it gets posted has got twice through that faster tempo. Let's do it. After 2, 1, 2, go. Then soft, medium, loud. From straight. Repeated. Soft, medium, loud. Big flam. Then big flam again. Soft, medium, loud. Done. And that is it, guys. That is it. So that concludes the whole tune. And I'm looking at the time. This is a much shorter session than normal. Normally the live streams drift on for like an hour and 10 minutes. This one's 40 minutes, but I feel like I've got everything in that we needed to get in, alright, which was being able to play the whole of Terrybus. And we also ran Corrie Coilies as a reminder. We've done Terrybus at slow 50 beats per minute, and we also cranked it up to the 60 beats per minute. So as always, if any of you have got any questions about any of that Terrybus, then ping me a message on Messenger or put a comment on the original post for the video that's on Pipe Bands for Schools page, and I'll try and answer as many as I can. In fact, I'll answer them all, alright, because there's never usually that many folk asking questions, so I'm sure if I catch it, I'll answer them all. If you're about Thursday, it'll be back to the advanced or intermediate and advanced drummers to finish off the Links of Forth. We've done the first 3 parts last week, and we'll finish that tune on Thursday. Yeah, we'll get the last 3 parts of that done, and then it means we've got that whole tune, and then we can potentially move on to the Strathspey the following week. The Strathspey for that MSR is going to be Susan MacLeod, which is exciting. Okay, right, I shall leave it at that, and I will hopefully see you all potentially on Thursday.